people of the streams, multiple streams, to be clear. It is my name, and I see, guess what? I see you, Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Twitter. Assemble. That's right. The live build is coming extremely soon. Oh, let me stop the music. Stop. John, you ready? He gave an approval. Yep. So and a yup. So that means we are good to go. Hello, everyone. My name is Lewis. My audio is working. Okay, cool. And I'm your host for today's live build for the hashtag Frames Win Games winner. And actually, we have the winner to our right. So for those of you that don't know, our good friend Angry Joe ran a contest, and you had to enter that contest. The contest is over. To enter that contest, you have to play Apex Legends and submit a clip via Twitter to Angry Joe. And Angry Joe actually did a stream earlier this week and went through a bunch of clips. I think it was 80 or so entrants, and the one that he thought was the best is winning this PC. This one right here. What? You tell me all I have to do is play Apex and upload a clip using your Nvidia capture? Man, I wish someone told me that. So, actually, that is for the winner. Actually, we'll go ahead and cover the winner details later. Let me go over the specs, and then we got some exciting news to get to very soon. I see you, Facebook. I see you. This is exciting. I can see Facebook chat now. I see that. You see Facebook chat, John? Hold up. You see him? Yeah, I'm not showing it to you guys, but look at Facebook there. Hi, Facebook. This is the PC we're building today for the Frames Win Games winner for the Angry Joe contest. It's an Origin PC Millennium powered by a 1000-watt EVGA Supernova G3. The compiler. Do you see me? I see you. I see you. MSI Z390 Gaming Edge AC gaming motherboard for the cooler, and Origin PC RGB Frostbite 240 sealed liquid cooling system for the fans. Origin PC high performance ultra silent fans. Intel Core i9 9900K 3.6 GHz and also 5.0 GHz max turbo for the GPU. Wait a second, that GPU is wrong. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Is it right or is it wrong? I think it's right. It is not right. What GPU is it, John? 2080 Ti. Ignore the image. The image is not ready. Sorry. 16 gigabytes G-Skill Tri RAM. That's correct. And then 500 gigabyte Barracuda Seagate SSHD. There you go. Of course, wooden crate armor and the rest. Warranty, lifetime 24/7 US-based support, and lifetime free labor. And that's that. Anything else, John? Anything else happen? I don't know.
Did anything else happen?
I don't know. Did something happen? Roll the clip! What? That is right. Those of you that were posting in chat that pay attention to our social media are 100% correct. It is true. Corsair has acquired Origin PC, and that is a monumental announcement. We just found out fairly recent. It is brand new, but we're gonna be here. If you actually go to our website, let me pull up our website right now. If you have questions, we have answers, and our team has compiled a bunch of answers for questions you guys might have about the acquisition. So let me jump over here while John is doing the unboxing. And jump over here. All right, there you go. So there's our site. You can see that there's the announcement right there on the front page. Let's go ahead and jump back and take a look. Origin PC joins the Corsair family. Corsair acquires Origin PC. Here's the cool little press release with all the details. A little bit about us, a little bit about Corsair, and of course the FAQ. I think the most important question is, if you ask me, is the lifetime support. And guess what? It will continue because we are a separate entity brand, if I'm correct. According to this, where is it? Here. Origin PC will remain a separate brand within Corsair and will continue to operate from its Miami, Florida offices. All existing Origin PC warranties, purchases, and support are unaffected and will continue to be provided by Origin PC's world-class customer support team. Ayo, there you go. Let's get back to it. But you can find out more information at originpc.com about the acquisition. It's very exciting times, friends. Very exciting time. Corsair hardware is awesome. Corsair peripherals are awesome. And Origin PC is awesome. So it's like a match made in heaven. Come on. John is excited. If you take a look at his head nodding over there in cameras, look at their excitement. John, how excited are you? You can't hear him, but he's very excited. I know we had another thing happen this week. This week's been busy, man. For those of you that missed it, I don't think any of you missed it, to be honest, because I feel like this thing spread like a wildfire. But last weekend, Unbox Therapy got his hands on the Big O. And if you haven't seen it already, go ahead and check out originpc.com. We actually have a webpage there that also includes Unbox Therapy's video. Basically, what the Big O is the ultimate gaming machine. It includes a gaming PC, liquid cooled. That's the Origin. I would say Origin, something else. Xbox One X. The motherboard inside, it's also liquid cooled. A PlayStation 4 Pro that's also liquid cooled, and a Nintendo Switch dock in the front of the system. You can't see any of these photos, but if you go to the website, you can actually take a look at how the Switch works, and it's really, really cool. I saw it in person. I did not get a chance to play with it, unfortunately, but it is an extremely cool system, and it made the rounds this week, from what I heard. Little birdie told me that it made the rounds. And I know you guys have questions about the Big O. I will do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. I'll try my best to answer the technical questions. PJ was the one who was like the headmaster, I guess, of the Big O. But John, you helped on it too, right?
I did help some, but
yeah.
Definitely PJ was
the ringleader.
Yeah, the mastermind.
Yeah, PJ was the mastermind, the ringleader of the Big O. Maybe we can see if we try to bring him in here for a quick Q&A. Thank you. Hold on, make sure I get the spelling right. What is happening? 0S for your subscription. Hashtag for the kids. That's just like instinct. I'm always going to say it like that. I think the one question that everyone's always asking is how much does it cost? Too much. I'll get into the cost specifics later. But actually, where are we at? So let me swap camera angles. Oh, that's no good. Give me a quick second here so I can fix that. No, it's not. The camera's fine. That's a good position. I just need to fix the audio, video. It'll take me a quick second to fix that. Sorry, chat. I'm not reading your messages right now. I'm doing some quick fixing on the camera so it's not super ugly. Make sure actually, number one, you can see it, and number one, and it's not ugly. There you go. Perfect. All right, John. The only thing I do is move your arm, and then I can show the people what you got. Boom. Wow. Magic, friends. Magic. All right, there you go. Let me bring up the chat to see what you guys are up to. How many Stroot bucks do I need to buy this PC? You're talking about the Frames One Games? I'm going to estimate approximately... I think... No, I don't have to estimate. It's on the site, actually. I think it's 2,780, if I'm correct. Big O giveaway, though. No. No Big O giveaway. But stay tuned. That's all I got to say. They're gonna say that is correct. We're gonna be us. That's the key component is we're gonna be us still. I see your clown emote. Catching up with the messages. Big O availability. All right. I kind of wish. All right. So actually, hold on. Let me put on some music here. All right, there we go. Hopefully that's not too loud. Let me know if the music's overpowering or if it's some good background noise. Big O took approximately, I'm going to say 3 to 4 months to create. And that includes, John's shaking it. Is that about right?
No, it's pretty accurate.
3 to 4 months?
Yeah, between all the planning and designing and redesigning.
Okay.
And replanning. Yeah.
If you want to chime in, feel free to put on the headset.
Yeah.
Because I know you have some input on the Big O, because you were next to it for like those 3 to 4 months. You were working and you look to your right and you're like, that's the Big O. So isn't very loud at all. Perfect. I just wanted to be background noise. The only thing your new PC build is missing is a big O anime meme. Anime. My favorite image. When will the big O be available? Oh my gosh. Let me go to the website actually. And then we can go a little tour about the big O. We'll talk about the big O. I feel like everyone's talking about the big O and not about our poor Frames Win Games build here. So, John, you got something?
Is this on?
Check the button. Is the light on?
Yeah.
It is on?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you gotta do. Just turn that on and off. The power switch.
Oh.
Yeah, that one over there. Flick it off. Yeah, on. Oh, talk.
Hello.
Hey, there's John.
Perfect.
And the magic happens. So John is gonna be focusing on the build there.
Yeah.
And let me swap cameras there so you can see from a different angle. What's Big O?
Perfect.
I'm glad you asked. Let's take a quick tour. I feel like I'm gonna go to a theme park right now, just going over all the Big O stuff. As you can see, John in the bottom right corner. Hold on, those specs are incorrect in the bottom. Let me change that real quick. There you go. This is the Big O. It's on a stream, but there it is. So you can actually clearly see this is the PC side over here. This is the Xbox, and that's the PlayStation 4 in the back over there. And it's celebrating our 10th anniversary. That's one of the reasons for the Big O. This is the Infinity Gauntlet of gaming. He's not wrong. It's all the consoles and a PC. The only one missing is Soulja Boy. The Soulja Boy console is missing. We should have added that, to be honest. I don't know why we didn't. Come on now. At Origin PC, so the winner for this piece is already decided from the Angry Apex clip contest. Is the winning clip available to be seen? Yeah, I'll be showing that sometime, I would say in 30 minutes or so. Probably around 4 p.m. EST, I'll be showing all the clips. So we have the winner for the PC and also the GPUs as well. And I'll be showing those clips on stream. Actually, yeah, they're not in this browser window, but they're coming. They're coming. I see no switch. You want to see the switch? Bam! Oh! Y'all clowns today. I see no switch. Well, guess what? It's right there. So right there in the front of the PC, this door, it actually opens, and inside is the switch dock. So it's a custom switch dock. You actually slide the switch in and out. You can't put the controllers in, but you can put the entire console in and out. It's really cool. And it has an entire functionality too. So just like the actual Nintendo Switch, you just insert and you get your gameplay, or if you need to go on the go, just take it out, put on your controllers, and roll away. Can you have all three turn on at the same time? Actually, that's technically what happens when you turn on the system. All systems have to be on in order for it to function correctly. It's a massive power draw. I can tell you right now, that is a massive power draw, but that's the way it's designed.
Well,
You can turn off the systems by the controllers, but by default, they're on. John has some input to add.
So all the systems aren't on by default. What it is that you do require the PC side powered on to cool
Yes,
the others.
that's important.
Because it runs all the pumps and everything. So it does need that side of things. But you can turn all the other consoles on independently.
Yeah, with the controllers,
Right,
and
yeah.
of course using the display and the switcher,
Right.
which actually you can see the switcher right there.
Yeah.
That's the HDMI switcher that swaps between the Switch, the Xbox, and the PlayStation 4.
And it gives you all true 4K out from the
4K.
Switch box. Yeah.
Not for the Nintendo Switch though, because it does not support 4K. The PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X do support 4K, so the switcher box is 4K compatible. So you plug it to a 4K TV, you get your 4K gameplay. Of course, you know the PC does 4K and probably a little more than that, but you just got to plug in directly to the Nvidia Titan RTX, which is a very powerful GPU. What else we got? Of course, there's the cooling right there. So people, I think one of the common mistakes that I think people were calling out in the reports is that the liquid cooling is both green and blue. It's actually the tube color. Fun fact, if you look at here, you can actually see the liquid is actually clear. The reason, because I don't know how you could actually physically do that and just make, if you see here, the cooling goes through both systems. So the tubes are just colored, as you can see. So these are blue for the PlayStation, and then these are green for the Xbox. And then someone else also noted that the storage is primarily SSD, and that's correct. Both systems are equipped with a 2 terabyte Seagate SSD. and they're compatible with the consoles. We tested them, obviously, because they had to work. And yeah, and you can see the cabling and all that stuff right there. But yeah, these are the motherboards of the consoles. Here are the tech specs. If you haven't seen them already, there's the PC specs right there. You can see more of it at originpc.com. Let me actually zoom in a little bit better so you can see them. Again, you can check out all this on originpc.com if you want more technical information for that. And of course, you got pictures, lots of pictures. I think the best showcase is, of course, the Unbox Therapy video, because he does a pretty good job overviewing the system and all the fun stuff. I think the only picture that we're missing is the back of the system, but Unbox Therapy also shows the back of the system in his video. Because the back of the system is really cool because it has the ports for all the consoles, one HDMI port for all the consoles, and then one Ethernet ports for all the consoles and the PC. I think this is probably one of the coolest, if not the coolest build I've seen at Origin. I mean, I've seen a bunch of cool builds. I think Intel builds are nuts. The Mountain Dew build was nuts. This one, I think, takes the cake. Because imagine, you used to have everything in one system. That's nuts. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and go back to the build. I will be taking your questions and answering them to the best of my ability, from what I know, for the big O. And John can also chime in as well, because again, like I said, he was living next to the system for like 3 months, so he knows a lot. He absorbed all the information by proximity. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let's see here. Hey, am I late for the stream? No, you're right. You're good. Does the Big O have a capture card? So it does. Okay, so the Big O does have a capture card. It has an Elgato capture card, and all the consoles are hooked up directly to it via the switcher box. So I wish I had a diagram, because honestly, because PJ has did he make diagrams for how the wiring worked in the system?
Not necessarily.
Oh, he didn't. It's all mental. So anyways, basically, you have the consoles. You have the 3 consoles, right? They're plugged in to the switcher box. The switcher blocks. The switcher box is plugged into the Elgato capture card, and in the PC, you can actually play the console games direct via the capture card, which is pretty cool. And the switcher box applies to the Elgato, and then also the Elgato is then outputted to the rear of the system, and that's how you get your output. Right. I think that did it right. I did it right.
So it's all the outs from the consoles go to the ends of the HDMI switcher.
Yes.
Out from the HDMI switcher to the Elgato.
Yeah.
And then the Elgato, since it's on the PC, you can have the option of either outputting from the Elgato to the TV, or you can just using the Elgato
app
software.
Yeah.
You can just play directly from the PC side.
Yep. There we go. Thank you, John, for confirming. So it's not sorcery, just color tubes. There you go. Okay. So is it possible to get this built? No. As I mentioned earlier, it took 3 to 4 months to put it all together. Now, for a manufacturing process, that's a question that people higher above me need to figure out. Stay tuned, I guess. We'll see. So Corsair has acquired Origin PC. What can we expect? More of the same of us, for the most part. You'll notice in our builds in the future, we'll be featuring more Corsair parts. So Corsair memory, Corsair power supplies, Corsair cooling. I think that's the most notable one, because we're swapping over to the Hydro X system from Corsair, which you guys haven't seen already is really, really cool. It's their new cooling system, and we'll be implementing those pretty much in every hardline cooling that we're going to be doing. That's the short answer. There's more. 14 terabytes. That's correct. It's crazy. All right, I need to read more of these messages because I feel like I'm missing them. New message. Oh, Restream app, what are you doing? Let me see my messages. Okay, let's make sure I'm reading the messages. A lot of people asking questions here. How did you guys design a water block for the console motherboards? That's a really good question. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, John, I think they were CPU water blocks. They were. Okay, so they were CPU water blocks, and I think the trick was to get the heat transfer pads in the right positioning too, right? All right, John's gonna jump in and chime in.
Let me jump on the mic real quick. Yeah, so it was CPU blocks that we used for the build. We had to modify the plates slightly so they can mount to the console PCBs. and then the actual individual chiplets on the motherboard, we had to fix some individual like heat sinks, small ones for those as well. So if you look at the video, you'll see like these little black heat sinks sitting on the chips of the motherboards itself, and then the modified block for the actual processing units.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump over here to the site. It's these things, right? Yeah, so these things I'm pointing out right now, those are the heat sinks that were designed, or not designed, but we put them on the motherboard.
Right.
I think the Xbox, did the PlayStation have those?
Yes, the PlayStation as well had them. A little bit different
them.
Positioning, obviously, just because of the way that it is. And I think it's mostly hidden by the
acrylic?
The PS4 acrylic sign. They're kind of hidden behind there. But it's the same kind of layout as the Xbox motherboard.
There you go. Thank you, John. All right, hopefully that answered that question. I'll have to answer some more questions while John is building away. I'm gonna blink, and before you know, this build's gonna be over because I'm gonna finish. Like, I'm just answering as many questions as I possibly can. Prize. All right, we're gonna do a hypothetical, guys. I'm gonna stop the music because we are gonna do quick maths. Oh, okay. So let's do some quick maths. All right. I'm going to pull up my handy dandy calculator. And everyone wants the price. Well, guess what? I'm going to do a estimate. This is going to be a horrible estimate because I see everyone has their guesses and all that stuff, but I'm going to do my best here. All right, let's see. I'm going to type out some numbers here. So this is the case. This is the motherboard was about this much. Again, these are all estimates. Okay. I think the RAM should be this. This is not researched at all. These are all estimates, so I can be off by a good amount of money. The drives are this much. Man, the drives really add up, surprisingly. Yeah, that's massive. Because the thing is, 2 terabyte SSD NVMe drive can easily go for $400 or more. No question. And no, actually, it is $400 or more, right? NVMe drive SSD?
NVMe drives are
2 terabyte.
Well, the 2 terabyte SSDs. Sorry, yeah, the NVMe's are pretty up there, yeah.
Okay, let me confirm that quickly because I know that sometimes the prices are different. SSD, NVMe, 2 terabyte. So we got the Samsung 970 Evo. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I was right. Actually, even more money. Holy moly. That's crazy. Yeah, the SSDs cost as much as a PC build by itself. Just let that sink in. 2 SSDs. Oh man, this number is already getting big. This is when I haven't touched the consoles yet or any of the work. Okay, so we're already at that much. 14 terabyte Seagate Barracuda. How much is that? 14 terabytes. And this is close to MSRP, so no discounts, no cutting corners. This is pretty much straight up if you got the parts full price. So that's how much that would cost. Oh my gosh. If you're wondering what I'm doing, guys, for those of you tuning in, I'm actually calculating a rough, extremely rough estimate of the Origin PC Big O. Again, this is not educational. This is just ballpark. Corsair RGB fans. So that was about that much. So that's 2. The power supply. Boom. Elgato. Windows 10. You gotta add Windows 10 in there. And then the Xbox. Then the SSD. Actually, hold on. How much? That's a SATA SSD, so that shouldn't be as much. It's still expensive, but SATA SSD. I'm sorry I'm not answering your questions, guys. I'm just doing the quick maths. It's not really interactive right now. I want to hear your guesses, and then I'll give you my educated guesstimate, okay? Give me your guesses. Fill up the chat with all your guesses for the Big O, and then we'll see who's closest to my guesstimate. Educated guesstimate, even though it's not fully educational. Let's see. 2 terabytes. It was Seagate. Okay, that's about that much. So we got 2 of those hard drives. So I'm gonna put 460 plus PlayStation 4 Pro plus Nintendo Switch. Okay, that's without any modifications. So let me add the extra cooling, which I'm gonna estimate to be about this much. Okay. And then I think that should cover everything hardware related. John, here's my number, but it doesn't include acrylic or manpower, if you want to take a look.
Okay.
That doesn't include manpower, it doesn't include acrylic. How much do you think the acrylic was? And the cutting?
The acrylic was probably about, I think it was like 250.
Okay. All of it?
Yeah, because it was a sheet, and then we cut what we needed out of it.
Okay.
So roughly about 2.
Okay. 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 Hardware wise, this is my number. But remember, in order to build this system, you need the technical know-how, and you need about how many hours do you think it took to make the system?
Oh man. Probably.
He's thinking.
I would say.
John is really thinking about this, guys.
Like full on, I would say about 4 days worth of hours. Like to begin the build from start to finish, like smoothly.
4 days?
Right around there.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like we're calculating in also all the redesigning and replanning.
And testing too?
Testing was another phase as well. So like aside from let me jump in here.
Okay, John's gonna jump in here and start talking.
Aside from like all the designing, planning, redesigning, replanning, overall layouts of stuff, like if we went from having all the parts readily available, already cut, already sized up and everything, like you can probably do it within 3 to 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's
again,
everything's
like,
already prepared.
Exactly. That's if everything's already prepared. Without all the preparation that we had in place, like
Also, 3 to 4 days straight, like
right,
hours.
exactly. Yeah, 3 to 4 days straight.
Like you're just like making
nonstop,
straight
like,
up.
just going straight through it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because there was there was a lot of creative use of the space that we had with our case that we utilized for that build. So yeah, I would say probably about 4 days worth of work.
Okay. Thank you, John. Times 4. So 96 hours. 96 hours. Straight. By the way. Oof. 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 Okay. So here is my educated, not so much, estimate for the hardware based on all the stuff that's on the site. So some of you guys are actually really close to it. Again, this is ignoring the labor. The labor, if you ask me, I think is the harder part than acquiring all the hardware. Acquiring all the hardware is a piece of cake. You just buy all of it. Again, buying the hardware only, approximately, again, give or take, it could be more, it could be less, $9,110. Again, that's not full-on direct estimate. That's like my ballpark. It could be more, it could be less. And 96 hours to put that together. Now, I don't want to disclose, salary or how much it would cost, but how much like time means to you. Do the math for 96 hours. And then add that number to the $9,000 number, and that is how much it would cost to make the Big O. Again, because some people might be like, I'm just gonna ship it off to ask people to make that cheap. Sure, but is it gonna be done correctly? So you have to figure that out. Because you can be like, I'll just pay so and so, and they can do it for $500. Man, 96. Do the math.
That's
96.
one hell of a build.
That's 96 hours. I need to keep saying this. 96 hours. I mean, sure, I think if you do a production process of it, it'll probably improve over time. However, for someone that has no experience about it and no knowledge, I mean, they have all the hardware, 96 hours estimate. And again, the thing is, PJ is knowledgeable. He's not not some person that's like, I'm going to build my PC for the first time. This is someone who's built thousands, I want to say thousands. Is that right? PCs? Yeah. So he has experience. 96 hours. Okay. I think that should do it. So again, the hardware, about 9,000. And the big chunks of that hardware are definitely the GPU, the SSDs, and the water cooling. Surprisingly, the cheapest components are definitely leaning, besides obvious like the RAM and all that, are the consoles. The consoles themselves are cheaper. All the consoles combined are cheaper than the Titan RTX. That's a fact. It's true. Straight up. Because the Xbox One X is $500, the PlayStation 4 is $400, the Nintendo Switch is $300. So you can actually buy almost all the consoles twice, and it would come out a little bit more than the RTX. But yeah, there you go. So let me plus. No, actually, it is under. Oh wow, it is under. So actually, you can buy all the consoles twice, and now it's still under the Titan RTX MSRP. Wow! That's two consoles, not one. It's two. So you're buying one of like two Xbox One X's, two PlayStation 4 Pros, and two Nintendo Switches. Oof. All right. That was very intense. Quick maths. I'm sweating thinking about all the things. I think what intimidates me the most is the amount of work time to go into this build. Because if you, let's see, we say 96 hours divided by 8, that would be 12 work days. Straight up. You show up and you work on the Big O straight up for 12 days straight. That's crazy. That is nuts. Oh, man. All right, I'm bringing the music back so I can de-stress. Thinking about the numbers. Numbers are scary. What do we got here? All right, cool. Okay. All right, guys, give me your questions. John is currently doing the build. Wait a second. Why is my video not playing? I got a little video in the bottom right. It's not even playing. Is this video here? Check something here real quick. Yeah, the video's there. Okay, that's weird. Let me fix something real quick here, guys. There we go. Cool. Back over here. John's doing the wiring. You're doing the wiring, right? Yep. All right, cool. I'm watching this while at the casino on GTA. Oh man, how is that? Let me know, because I probably might be playing some GTA this weekend. Since the system is aimed for gamers, an RTX 2080 Ti would have been much more appropriate than a Titan, but I do get its overkill build anyway. If I were up to me, I would go with an RTX 2080 Ti. But the Titan is one of those weird flex cards. It's great for workstations, or if you want to do like hardcore rendering, it's definitely good for that. But I'm a gamer, so I'd go with the RTX 2080 Ti too. The RAM was a problem, so the PC froze up and recovered. I got to. Hold on, what are you talking about? What am I looking at? If you asked a question earlier and I missed it, feel free to type it out again. Don't worry, you're not spamming. It's just because I was looking away and focusing on the calculating the cost. My estimate. How would someone in Jamaica buy that? Because that's over $1 million Jamaican dollars. So again, you can't buy it. We don't offer it. This was like a special like showcase build. Now if you want to try something like that for yourself, we're not gonna stop you. By all means. It's the thing is, I know we're not the only ones to do this kind of modding. If you go online, there's definitely people out there that do special case modding and all that sorts of stuff, especially with the consoles. But of course, if you have the technical know-how, by all means, do it, show it off, own it, because that's what we did with our Big O. We're really proud of it, collectively. What else we got? How can someone afford something like that? I know you can finance those, but with it being so much more, it's just one of those over-the-top systems. Back in the day, we did have it the old school Big O, as I'm gonna call it, and that was a hardcore gaming PC back in the day, which was probably like, I'm trying to remember, what was like the best card back in 2010, 11. I can't remember, but it had an Xbox 360 in it. All water cooled. I know it had SLI. That's one thing I remember because there's 4 cards just stacked on each other. Quad SLI. And that's not, I mean, the Big O only has 1 GPU. And it beats the heck out of that. So, there you go. Would Origin be willing to build an older system using DDR3 RAM? No, because we build using DDR4. We use the latest and greatest, as we like to say it. So, for example, you can't find the 10 series cards on our site right now, only on select laptops, because all you can get is either the 1660 series or the RTX cards. We only offer the best. Have to go, unfortunately. Good luck with the stream. Lots of support. Thank you, Combo. Miss Metal, will the Corsair MP60 Gen 4 NVMe be available in 500 gigabytes? I do not know. Verasi 1967, thanks for building me the Millennium Bro. Almost 1 year and still kicking ass. Awesome news. All right. Again, send me those questions. I've answered as many Big O questions as I possibly could have. I think price was probably the #1 question, and hopefully I knocked that one out. Actually, in about 20 minutes or so, we're going to go over the Frames Win Games winners, and that doesn't just include the PC winner, it also includes the GPU winners. Again, Angry Jar already went over those, and we got the information, so we're going to be talking about that here. Hold on. John, can you mess with the camera angles? People can't see what you're up to. I know you're doing the wiring. There we go. Of course, good old wiring. Actually, if you want to move the camera down so people can see what you're up to. Mr. John. Sorry. There you go. Perfect. Now people can see what's up. Awesome. I'll put the alt cam too. And actually, I don't even need the alt cam. There's nothing happening there. John is my Big O. From Crucian. Crucian! I see you. Would you consider making a small booklet on how to build the Big O and special PC so you don't offer it? At least we can have instructions to build ourselves. I don't think... a book. PJ is not a writer? Oh, no. Yeah, no. My best advice would be to check out what other modders are up to, because we did not record or are planning to share on how pretty much it was done. We have photos of how it was done, but nothing like instruction wise, like step by step, like a Lego build or like how to build a PC kind of sort of kits like that. Because since the Big O was such a special like project, yeah, it's super long. It'd be like thick book. I have to say, just based on the technicalities alone and the hardware needed and making sure you have to do the testing, because testing was really important in that system. I think there's more time spent testing than building, just because we needed to make sure the consoles worked, because the cooling, like there's lots of little things when you're modifying the consoles like that, you don't want to mess around too much that the console's like, hey man, stop, because consoles have that, and of course they have that because they don't want people like modifying them for hacking into games. We wanted to retain as much as the original console integrity, and I think we did the best job we could run those. The Xbox, for example. Can I talk about the disk drive on the Xbox? I should be able to talk about it, right? I'm not sure. Uh-oh. I think people might snipe me. There's always a sniper in the right corner I always have to look to, and that's always the person that's like, you can't talk about that, dummy. So again, the systems do not have disk drives in it. However, the Xbox disk drive is inside the system. Oh. because in order for the Xbox to function properly and to update correctly, the Xbox has to have the disk drive attached. So it has to be connected. So we actually put the disk drive like deep inside the system, away from everything, where it doesn't interact. You can't put it in disk, but it needs to do that sort of thing, so you can actually function properly. Hey, sorry if this has been asked already, but what case are you using? We are using our own case. It's the Origin PC Millennium. You can find it at originpc.com, and only we offer the Millennium. Let's take a look. Look at our website. Look at that. Look at our cool website. If you want to learn more information about the Millennium, it actually supports the 2 side panels. It could be tempered glass or aluminum, and of course variable mounting, which I think is the coolest feature of the case. You can do so many different orientations, and we also support vertical GPU mounting too. Actually, we're going to be updating the website soon with those renders to showcase how that looks. Very cool. All right, let me jump book over here. Make a comedic pamphlet out of it. That's a good idea. I like that idea. What else? Something about Star Fox. Did you get the permission from both Sony and Microsoft to use Xbox and PlayStation trademarks? So it's a mod. Again, we're not selling the system, so it's our system technically. But now if we were selling it, that's a completely different story. Those logos could not be added whatsoever. Actually, that's a whole bunch of legal brouhaha that goes into selling it as well. But again, those are decisions people higher up than me. Again, this is a modified case. We're not selling it. It's a one-off. Big O for dummies. Can I have the PC for... No. I know. So the comments have stopped. No, comments are still going. How much does a Big O weigh? That's a good question, actually. I'm going to estimate 50. 50. More?
Yeah.
More? Okay. 80? Because when you add liquid cooling to the system, the weight... 80? 75 to 80 pounds. Yeah. Of course you sell it. You just need the right price. And lawyers. Lawyers. Everyone needs one. I need one. John needs one. My mouse needs one. But yeah, it's a very heavy system. Again, liquid cooling systems almost always can get pretty heavy, especially larger towers. Smaller towers, not so much. But when you have a large tower with like a decently sized reservoir, definitely increases the weight. I know I've back in the day when we had our old the 2.0 cases, the Millennium, the Genesis. I'll never forget. It was the day after I worked out, so my legs and my arms were super sore, and I had to come in to take photos. And I walked in, and they're like, "Oh, you have to take photos today of this like water-cooled Genesis." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And they're like, "Oh, you need to lift it and put it on the table." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It was so hard to do. I'm like, "Oh!" It was horrifying. And I think at that point I learned it's like, if you know you're going to do photography, do not work out the day before. Don't do it. You're going to be sore. You're going to be trying to lift like crazy things. Unbox Therapy was having a hard time lifting it. Yeah, that's why. It's a very heavy system. Hold on. Do you guys have any M-ATX or ITX cases? So our Neuron and Chronos fulfill those requests. I think it's M-ATX that we primarily offer. Correct, John? Okay, M-ATX is on there, and then Chronos is Mini ITX. Cool. What's the best way to learn how to build PCs like this? Well, asking questions is a good start. Well, I mean, are you talking about Big O or the one that John's building on screen with these specs? Because these specs are pretty, they're pretty... I feel like all the talk about the Big O makes the Big O seem like such an insurmountable project, which it is. It totally is. There's no lying about that. It's not easy. But PC building, there's plenty of videos on YouTube with millions of views. You can ask us questions here, and we'd be more than happy to we'll answer them to the best of our ability. Even just like watching all this stuff or all the live builds over the course of the past couple years, I've learned a thing or two too. I think cable management is probably the thing I've learned the most from this. Of just, making sure the distance of the cables is the right amount, because you have to do a lot of measuring, because sometimes every case is different. So hopefully that answered that question. YouTube. YouTube is a really good source, and I know that Linus Jay's my cousin Gamers Nexus. He's not my cousin. It's just sometimes people call me Gamers Nexus because I got long hair and the beard. So, what is the most quiet LED fan? There's plenty of brands out there. Yeah, John says Noctua and Corsair fans are also really quiet, and they'll have the magnetic levitation. Be quiet. Be quiet's good too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of brands out there that offer quiet performance fans. Noctua does a really good job at that.
I think they're one of the top two.
They kind of specialize in silent fans, but not to say like there's other brands out there that do offer pretty quiet fans. We've been using a lot of the Corsair fans lately, and honestly, they're pretty silent. And again, it all depends on your workload too, because any fan you spin up high enough is gonna make some noise. So, yeah.
Thank you, John. So hopefully that answered your question. And there's also reviews too of fans as well, if you're curious to see which ones are the quietest for you, at least, because you'll be surprised. I know people want super quiet fans, but depending on your location, Office actually, I think Linus did a video on it too, on like making a quiet PC recently. That you have to like expect what noises in your background. Maybe you have dogs, maybe there's like neighbors or something, and you'll find out that your noise level is actually pretty high compared to like office levels. I think office level is like 50 decibels, I want to say. It's about 50 decibels. So if your fans are under 30, that means you're fine. You can't hear the fans because the outside noise is just so loud that you can't even hear the computer. Unless maybe it's undergoing load, then that's different, because that's why you have to do the testing to make sure, and also the case GPU fans as well. But yeah, your environment, you have to determine that. If you really care about noise, you have to factor in your environment too. Unless you live like in the middle of nowhere and there's no noise, then you can probably hear the fans at that point. So. Yeah, 9,000, again, just for the hardware, not even anything put together, just the hardware alone is the big O. 9,110 is the magic number for the hardware only. And again, that's my guesstimate. It could be more. Maybe I did something wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's around 9,000 or so for the hardware. Because again, I was surprised, like if you do the math, the consoles are not that much. No, they're not that bad. Because the consoles are, they're 500, 300, 400, so. The PC parts are definitely the PC parts, the liquid cooling, and the SSDs. Oh my gosh, the SSDs are the killer for that. Between fans and liquid, which is better? The age-old question. So in 2019, all-in-one liquid cooling units, such as the one we're using in this build, the Frostbite, are pretty common. If you want that extra oomph in performance, people prefer liquid cooling, especially for overclocking. I love my fans. I love fan cooling. I think it's great. I think it's a matter of preference and what you want to do with your system. If you do care about overclocking, I would definitely consider all-in-one liquid cooling or the loops, the liquid loops, the open, as I call them, open loop. Opinion on liquid nitrogen cooling. Are you going for records? That's the only reason. The only reason you would use liquid nitrogen cooling. Good air coolers are awesome. I agree. I 100% agree. Actually, EVGA, our friends over at EVGA, they had their 20th anniversary stream. They had Gamers Nexus and Jay's 2 Cents doing competition with Kingpin as a referee, and that was a really funny stream because they just spent hours just like trying to use liquid nitrogen to get records on the Kingpin cards, the different boards. It's really funny. That both of them put out videos about the streams. So liquid oxygen is where it's at. Let me get some of that liquid oxygen. So I'm excited for the weekend because my weekend starts in about 2 hours. Because I am flying to Texas. Exclamation point specs. Oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't work. I'm here about spilling the beans about my Texas trip. Because you guys will never guess where I'm going. If you've been watching the streams, you probably know by this point that I love Doom. And this year, QuakeCon is doing the Year of Doom. And our PCs are going to be there. It's going to be awesome. Actually, we have a very special build that we're going to be showcasing on social media. I wish we had pictures of it now to showcase you guys. But all I got to say is if you're going to QuakeCon and you're watching this stream, check out the PNY in the GeForce Garage booth and keep an eye out for PC. It's going to be awesome. All I can say, it's related to something coming out this week. That's all I can say. Anything else is a giveaway. No. I'm not giving it away. No, you can't pay me. I love your voice. Thank you. It's not a giveaway system, but it's I don't want to give away the secret. Austin, no, Dallas, Texas. Are you going hog hunting? No, I'm going. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to QuakeCon. I'm gonna be playing BYOC. Doom Eternal. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna finally play Doom Eternal. Brian was talking up a storm. Oh my gosh, Doom Eternal is so awesome. I'm gonna find out, Brian. I'm gonna find out. It's gonna be good. If I pay you, it's not a giveaway. How much are we talking? It's not a giveaway system. It's actually a really cool, another showcase build. One that I think you guys will enjoy. Crop your greens. Man, I cropped it and it's still doing it. Because I got my little circle back here calling me out on my green screen. See, you want circle? Watch this. Oh, I'm breaking the PC. Sorry, guys. I actually have to scoot. Well, let me mute myself before I ruin your ears. Weeb around gaming. Hopefully, there you go. I don't have to crop it anymore. I'm good. Here's a big question. Will it run Crysis? I can't wait till phones can run Crysis. I mean, to be honest, I think the real question is, can it run Quake 2 RTX? It can't. Actually, it can. Because guess what? Quake 2 RTX is extremely demanding. Did you know that, John? How demanding Quake 2 RTX is? Have you used it yet in any of your tests? Dude, it's really, really like power. Like, you need serious hardware to run that. Yeah. Because it's fully RTX. Everything is ray traced. It's like fully ray traced. Like that is, I know it's more of like a tech demo, but oh my gosh, like that showcases how RTX works. Because there's a lot of tweaking. Who is this talking? I'm sorry, DJ person. I'm gonna put you on pause there. But yeah, Quake 2 RTX is dope, and actually, I'm pretty sure they have demo stations of it at QuakeCon, so people can check it out. Actually, you know what comes out tomorrow? Wolfenstein Youngblood, which does not have RTX at launch, but this is a good segue to a good old segue, as people like to call them out. Actually, hold on. That's not right. That's not the right image. Come on. Hold on. So if you get an Origin PC with an RTX card, any RTX card, GeForce specifically, you can get a copy of Wolfenstein Youngblood and the upcoming Control from Remedy and 505 Games. Oh, let me get the information for you guys so you can check it out, because this is actually a really cool bundle, especially if you're interested in both games. Give me a quick little second here, and I'll get you your information. Super fast, supernatural. Nvidia has got the jokes. Give me a quick little moment here. There we go. Cool beans. We're good to go. So, if you order an Origin PC, including laptops, and they do not. I mean, I don't know if people literally know that our laptops support RTX, but they do. It's crazy. Admittedly, I haven't seen RTX on a laptop yet. Have you, John? You've done testing, so you have to. Yeah, okay, so he's seen it. But I haven't seen it yet. I should probably do that. So if you get an RTX system, desktop or laptop, you get a copy of Control. I played this at GuardiCon. This is going to be really cool. I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised by Control. And Wolfenstein Youngblood, which releases this week. However, the RTX features in this game will be available after launch. So just stay tuned. Of course, I even got the trailers for Control and Wolfenstein Youngblood. And of course, Origin PC systems. I'm playing a lot of Wolfenstein this weekend. That's all you gotta know, that's for sure. All right. John, how we looking? Because I see you just added the GPU, so I think you're almost done.
Almost.
Because the wiring's pretty much all done. He's just almost. Hold on, let me do a quick jump over here because we got to talk about the winners. All of you guys are probably, I know you're all talking about Big O and all this stuff happening, but this build is actually specifically for one person. But before we get to that one person, I have to go over our other winners. All right, let's see if this will work. I'm curious if it'll work. All right, the music's not running, so let's see. Let me open this up. Open that. Okay, perfect. Stop. Okay, so I'm doing a bunch of jumps here if you're wondering. I'm not reading your questions. Thank you, Hydrated Bot. Let me frames, win games, Nvidia, GeForce, Origin PC. Ta-da! Cool. All right. All right, so this is what the build is. Here it is, guys. The Origin PC Millennium giveaway, and the giveaway's closed. As you scroll here, it's 7:22. So all the entries have been accounted for. Angry Joe reviewed the clips already, and we have our winners, which are actually up here. Let me hide that for you. There you go. Okay, so all you had to do was play Apex Legends on PC, record yourself doing crazy stuff in Apex, which is pretty easy to do in my opinion, because crazy stuff in the game happens all the time in that game. And of course, you have to tweet at or tag Angry Joe via Facebook or Twitter. And there's the specs. Actually, see here, it's actually correct. Where's my GPU? There it is, 2080 Ti. Again, I'm sorry, everyone. I messed up on the image. It's my bad. But yeah, it's a 2080 Ti. Let's go ahead and review the winner of the GPU. All right, this is the first one. Actually, no, not that. So, Fotades. I hope I just pronounced that correctly. I hate it when I mispronounce it. Fotades 87. Did I butcher it?
No, it sounds like it.
It's just Fotades? I hope I pronounced it. Anyways, here's his clip. Let's take a look. It's called Nade Out.
Alright, I'm gonna go crack that dude that's shooting with the longbow.
What? What? Excuse me. Hold up. That was pretty crazy. I gotta play. That was oh, I gotta replay that. That was really funny. Okay, for those of you watching, you gotta watch this thing. This is nuts. He's going up the thing. He knows that there's people there. He tosses the grenade like randomly, I guess, just to mess with them. And oh my lord!
What just happened?
Oh my god.
Great job.
Where?
Amazing! Congratulations, Fotades. You will be getting a GPU. Just stay tuned. If you're watching, this is a winner. So actually, hold on. Let me give some hearts out. I'm here talking all my smack over here. Let me refresh. Oh gosh, it's the new Twitter. How did this happen? There we go. Give that a like there. Let's take a look at the next clip. All right. Let me refresh here. So the clips we're reviewing right now are actually, these are the GPU winners currently. All right, the quality is not so good. That's Twitter. A little loud there. All right, So he's doing his.
Yo, that's the last. You're one of the last guys. You're one of the last guys.
Oh, he's alone. He's fighting all the people left. All right, let's see if he can clutch it. Oh! Oh!
Oh my God, that's the last squad right there. That's the last squad.
Stop stressing out my guy, man. He's working. He's at work.
Reviving.
Oh! Oh! Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, he did it.
Oh my God,
There's one left. It's one left.
Wait, is legendary?
This is so nerve-wracking. Come on, do it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Oh my gosh, the shots! He's missing the shots.
Hit fire.
There you go.
Oh, let's go!
That is my ears. My ears, but very good job there, friend. Red Headmaster 1. Congratulations. RTX 2080 Ti winner. Check it out. I hearted. All right. So those are 2 winners. But that hype. I apologize for your ears. I don't know it'd be that loud. Enable dark mode for Twitter. I know. It's just I'm on a different thing here. All right, let's move on to the next one. So Red Headmaster E Fataz 87. Congratulations to both of you, GPU winners. Next, what do we got here? Hold up. All right, hold on. Before we start, I want to make sure the audio is like these things are really loud. All right, let's see. Double bounce to win a game in style. Okay, let's take a look. He's outside. That's one. Oh no! Oh no! Don't do it. No, that's wrong. That's criminal. That's criminal. Arrest this man. That's wrong. Arrest him. That was good. Congratulations, Fonkster. RTX 2080 Ti winner. Hey, I'm logged in. Jerks. There we go. Give me that heart. There you go. And finally, the PC winner. Now, I saw this clip actually when people were uploading them, and I couldn't believe it, to be honest, just because of the audacity of what happens in the entirety of the clip. So I'll give you guys a heads up. This is a not safe for your skill level warning. So just stay tuned. This is the winner. 0S7 with an X and a 0 for the O for the 0 part. You got to check this out. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to react at the end. But you just got to just watch this. Just watch it. We're going to go to Twitch and we're going to watch it. Where's my audio? Hold on. This guy's audio here. There we go. So he's actually streaming it.
One over.
It's a long clip. Just watch carefully. That's one. I don't know where that guy came from, to be honest. That guy must have come out of nowhere, okay. He's self-resing. That's sneaky person. He's self-resing. The hip fire. I think I love how calm he is throughout this entire ordeal. No. So, let the record show this person killed 6 people. Unfortunately, his teammates did not survive, but somehow he managed to kill 6 people in the span of 1 minute and 30 seconds. Oof. Oof. Congratulations, 0S7. And those are our winners. So these guys had amazing clips. Again, Angry Joe was the one to review them and take a look at them. But they were fantastic. Some really good plays. Hold on, what's playing here? Stop! No! I don't want game fuel. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. But again, congratulations, Zero, Fongster. Actually, let me heart this too. There you go. No, come on. Give me the heart. There you go. Cool. All the hearts are in, so that way I know, and we know. All right, cool. We're going to be getting in contact with everyone here for the prizing. Congratulations, guys. Excellent clips all around. All around. Back to the build. John, what are we looking at?
Almost done. I just gotta put in. I'm putting in the hard drive, and then I just gotta do the cooler, and that's it.
Awesome. So this is Zero's PC. Again, congratulations. I don't know, man. You're saying it's average? That's crazy. Like, in situations like that, I'm usually freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh! Ah! Oh, you should see me when I play Gambit and Destiny 2. When I get the 4 kill, I'm like screaming. I'm like, ah! My friends don't even care anymore. They get 4 kills, like, yeah, I killed 4 people, whatever. But I'm here freaking like, I got 4 of them! Ha ha! So, Lewis wish he was that good. I wish. I don't deny it. I haven't played Apex in a while. I've been really hard on that Destiny grind. Magnus, is it true that Corsair bought Origin PC? Roll the clip again. Yeah, it's true. Ads. All right. I don't know. Those are really cool contests. I like seeing all the clips that everyone submitted to Angry Joe. I still think that double jump was disgusting. Arrest that person. Arrest him. That's wrong. Oh no. Max? Oh, did you ask if you did? Oh yeah. We talked to them. We talked to everyone. I played a lot of CS, so I think that factored in Apex. See, for me, I played a lot of Quake, and that helps in Apex. But it's true, when you play other games, it kind of transition well to other games. Congrats, I guess. We're happy about it here. It says you'll see that there's going to be more Corsair parts offered on our site in the configurator. So when you configure your system, especially in the water cooling end, in the water cooling end, you're going to be seeing the Hydro X from Corsair. Actually, let me jump over to that so you can check it out. Actually, a build that we have coming up, that thing that I was talking about that I can't really talk about that much, has that cooling system that I've been talking about. The Hydro X from Corsair. Hydro X. Cooling. Hydro X series custom cooling from Corsair. Let's go ahead and jump to their site while John's wrapping it up. If the site would load, please, so I can show the people. It's really bright. Why is it bright? There we go. Cool. Okay, let's jump over to it. So this is the cooling that we're going to be offering in future systems, Millennium and Genesis. You can actually check it out. There's the CP water block, the GP water block, the pump and reservoir, and of course the radiators. So the full system basically, and the fittings and adapters. These are really nice. I've seen these in person. They're really, really high quality. And the coolant. The whole thing's covered, and of course tubing, and of course the RGB Commander Pro lighting system. I see you. So that's what we're going to be adding to our systems in the future. So just stay tuned to that. All right. I see John's adding the fans. And then that's it. There's no RGB fans on this, but it's a lot of power in this one. Oh, that was an 8-out winner. Oh, congratulations. That was a good one, man. That's whenever stuff happens like that in games, I always freak out. Just like, what? How did that happen? Roll the clip. Actually, in PUBG, that happened to me a couple times where I would toss a nade or something, and I wouldn't think there's anyone there. And next thing you know, I was like, oh, I killed someone. How did that happen? And then you go through the replay system. Apex should get a replay system. I think they're adding one, but Apex would definitely benefit from a replay system, for sure. When is the next giveaway for the 10 months of giveaway event? Stay tuned. That's the best I can say, because trust me, there is stuff in the pipes. There is stuff in the pipes, friends. There's stuff in the pipes. Stuff in the pipes. So stay tuned. Do you know what Apex really needs? An auto chess mode. Now my triangle's showing up again because I'm turned. No. No auto chess. I know auto chess is taken off, but it's not my cup of tea. Cup of tea. I see what's happening because I'm laying back. It's an art piece. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me fix that real quick. Loop. Now my shoulder's gonna cut off. Oh, my shoulder. I'm still there. So in the near future, fan controllers will be available. You used to offer them a long time ago. Fan controllers. I mean, that's a good question. We'll see. That's a time will tell. Because I know we do offer Commander Pro already on our systems. If you get any Corsair RGB lighting with your PC, especially specifically the fans, you get Commander Pro by default. So, because that's what controls the RGB lighting. So that's our fan controller, pretty much. I see the Twitch is super active. YouTube, where you at? Facebook, where you at? Mixer, I think Mixer hasn't seen much happening. But John's gonna wrap it up real quick. Bye, guy. Bye. It's 4:17. Hey, John, you want to know who called? Brian. He was like, "Hey, Lewis, I heard you talking smack about me. I'll see you tomorrow." I know. I'll be like, "Brian, I'm gonna beat you 1v1 in Quake." Because I play Quake. Anyways. And I win one now? No. Giveaways are gonna be we're gonna be running giveaways soon. Trademark. Let me get the music going over here because I know it's very quiet. I'm just looking forward to the weekend. I'm playing a ton of Quake, a ton of Destiny, a ton of Doom, and we're gonna be watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as well. So it's gonna be cool. Honestly, I haven't played Quake once. Might try it soon though. I mean, we'll see. I mean, hopefully they have some cool announcements for QuakeCon. I know the game hasn't received anything major compared to say like Fortnite, PUBG, Apex, Call of Duty, like every game in the market. But I love the gameplay in Quake. It's different from other shooters. All right, now stop that, DJ person. I appreciate the music, but no, it's too much for me. Too much. What I'm saying is that with Quake, is that the movement is different because in Quake you have to do what's called strafe jumping. So you have to like look left and right and then hop. It's not the same as bunny hopping because bunny hopping is you're moving in one direction and just constantly jumping to maintain momentum. In Quake, you have to do strafe jumping on the majority of the characters. There are some characters in Quake that do bunny hopping, but the majority are strafe jumpers where you have to look like left and right and then kind of move in a specific direction. If you want to check out Quake gameplay, actually this weekend's going to be a great weekend if you want to check out some Quake gameplay. They're actually doing the Quake Pro Champions League, no, Quake Pro League. They're going to be doing the Quake Pro League this weekend, and then you can actually watch the individual streams of every Quake player in the league. So if there's a player you want to see like how they play, you can actually watch that person's stream. So like surfing, kind of like surfing, except you're shooting at the same time too. It's really cool. I like Quake a lot. I haven't played it recently because I've been again on the Destiny grind. But this weekend's gonna be a really cool showcase of the best Quake players in the world, or not in the world. I should be specific, in the U.S. and the EU. Because I know, unfortunately, I think Australia was left out, and some people in the EU weren't able to get visas to come over to QuakeCon. So, I have to be specific. The best Quake players in the US and EU that they were able to bring for the Quake Pro League. So, I'm excited to see some of this stuff in person. Because Quake Pros, when you see that stuff in person, like, how do you do that? I think people that play a lot of the Battle Royale games would probably tremble at the sight of how you have to play Quake. I don't know, I think it's just that movement is probably what puts a lot of people off because you can't just move normally like in, say, other games or sprint. There are abilities in Quake, so that's similar to Overwatch in that regard, but It's more about like the basic movement, and of course item management as well, because Quake is an actual arena. So you have to memorize the locations of the armor, the weapons, the health, and then also memorize the timing. So let's say the armor respawns every 2 minutes. You have to keep a timer and like remember that in 2 minutes the armor is going to come back, or in a couple seconds this mega health is going to come back. So yeah, there's a lot of technicality to Quake. So I'm really excited to see and curious to see what happens on Friday, because Friday is going to be the keynote, and hopefully we get some Quake news. So. Do I search Corsair or Origin PC if I want to search for you in the future? Search for Origin PC. We're gonna be here. If you're not familiar with how Corsair handled their acquisition of Elgato, it's gonna be a little similar. Elgato still runs a lot of the stuff on their own for the most part, so we're gonna be functioning in a similar way. We're our own brand. We're gonna be doing everything in-house. All of the support is still us. We're just gonna be handling a little bit more in the future, and you're going to see some changes, mainly for the better, and more technical stuff coming from us too. I hope that answered that question. Congrats on your 10 years, and Holy Mother PC, the Big O is the most amazing and well put together machine I've seen. Thank you, 2IO. Appreciate it. You don't mean it. Don't mean it? Don't mean it? Uh-oh. Are they cutting me off? John, they're knocking. They're going to cut me off. I said something I shouldn't have. Oh, I'm going to die. Ah! You can't keep me down. No one's gonna take me down. Not even Spider-Man. Nah, I'm good here. I was scared. I thought they were gonna cut me off. Be like, you said too much. Remember that thing you said earlier about that one thing? Too much. Cut! All right. John's really almost done. I keep saying he's almost done, but he's just wrapping it up. Let me jump over to the other camera. You can see where he's at. He's putting in the cooler. And I think you're about to wire it up and then turn it on. Yep. I'm reading his mind, his flow process. So. Oh, you guys should see Corsair's site too. They also updated their site to reflect the update. Actually, our logo's right there too. Hey, we're next to Elgato. Hey, neighbor. Howdy, neighbor. Howdy diddly do. Look, John. I don't know if you can see it, but we're right next to Elgato on the site. It says Elgato. Yeah, and we're and you click on it, it takes us on the entire site. Hey, that's cool. This is the future. The future. The good old Big O. All right, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. John's putting the final touches on the system. Maybe Doom Guy will. Corsair showing off its new property. I mean, if you got us, I would show off myself too. I'm just saying, man. I mean, the Big O. I think the Big O was such a cool thing for us to showcase and like get such cool, like everyone's checking out what we make. And like, it got a lot of people talking. Let me tell you. I would also like a donation. It's not the donation, it's called competition. It's not. No. When do they usually ship out the PC? So it takes about 90 days or so. But the thing is, I'm going to be reaching out via email. Either I or someone else is going to be reaching out via email to get some paperwork done. Once we get to take care of the paperwork, then we're good to go. So just stay tuned to your Twitter DMs. And then from there, it's going to go to email. So there's a process. I mean, honestly, an honest estimation would probably be in a 90-day window. So specifically 9 days once all the paperwork is signed. It's really important you have to sign the paperwork. You don't sign the paperwork, got to figure that one out. But we try our best to make sure that the winners sign the paperwork successfully. Define paperwork. There's stuff behind the scenes you got to fill out, man, just to verify that you're you. So does the acquisition mean that the components in the Corsair cells like RAM, CPU coolers, fans will be used in the Origin systems only? No, they're components, so you can still freely buy them. It just so happens that we're going to be using Corsair components very heavily on our site. So just stay tuned. As actually, we have it on our FAQ. So you can still buy Corsair components totally normal. It's just like, if you want a fully complete system, we're a good option, especially if you want Corsair hardware inside your system. Where's that question? Where's that FAQ? Will Corsair continue to sell systems under the Corsair name, and will Origin PC continue to sell systems in the Origin PC name? Yes, Origin PC and Corsair will continue to sell systems under both brands. There is your answer. What is the cost of this system or of the Big O? This system is about $2,780, I think. I hope I said the right number, but I know it's around there. ¿Puedo tener un PC gratis? No. See, I know some Spanish. So no free PCs. I think no is universal. So, no. One day I'll win a PC and give it to my wife one day, and I'll play games with her. Or you could build it. Oh, or buy one. Oh. I've always sworn to Asus and Corsair parts of my PC building projects. They rarely let me down. Hey, we use them on our PCs too. Asus never let you down. Never gonna give you up. Ooh. Oh no, I'm showing my age. Rick Astley. Oof. Will Linus get a chance to review Big O? No, because there's only one. One of a kind. It's in the hands currently of Unbox Therapy. Funny that no is universal.
If he wants to review, he's gotta go to Blue.
John's got jokes. He's making jokes and you guys can't hear it. Can't hear it. What discount can one get? So we don't offer discounts per se, but we do offer special offers. Although some of the special offers do vary country to country. I know we say we ship worldwide, but there's a couple changes in the site, so I can't say we officially ship worldwide. There are some countries that we're trying to figure out on what to do now because of the changes that are happening. The changes. Well, I was looking for... Yeah, I'm going to go take a look. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, we actually are running our back-to-school special offers. I know people always cringe when we say back-to-school, but it's true. You need good hardware when you go back to school. Let's go over and review it real quick. And hey, you get double the RAM. You have multiple options. So if you get desktop, you can either get double the RAM, Corsair RAM, or a Corsair peripheral package, including the Corsair Void Pro RGB wireless headset. I've used that headset before. It is comfy. The Corsair K55 RGB gaming keyboard and Corsair Harpoon RGB gaming mouse. It's a really cool package there. So if you don't have a keyboard, mouse, or headset, this is a pretty cool bundle. With your desktop, you get your copy of Wolfenstein Youngblood and Control if you get an RTX GPU with your system, 3 months of Xbox Game Pass for PC with select Ryzen CPUs or Radeon GPUs, a free digital Steam key for My Friend Pedro, which is an awesome game. I played it on stream a couple weeks ago, and I beat the game, actually. It's very fun, and if you have a .edu email address, you can get an education discount with a Titan RTX GPU, so that takes $500 off the very, very pricey, but very powerful RTX card. If you go with a gaming laptop, you can actually get free HDUV printing, also the RAM and the peripheral package as well. If you want those, free US ground shipping, Wolfenstein, Control, and My Friend Pedro. And of course, for workstation systems, we're offering the HDUV printing and the Corsair peripheral package. No double the RAM there. You can learn more at Origin PC. Go. Let's go back to the build. John's wrapping it up. It's on a little there. The lights are on. It's on?
System's on.
You know what it is? It's because the fans aren't RGB. I always look for the fans for the RGB lighting, but for now it's just the cooler and the RAM. What about shipping to Africa? Good question. Let me check for you real quick here. Because I know our shipping thing changed. We primarily focus on the United States and Canada because that's where our shipping is like the most friendly. Because the thing is, the second we ship overseas, shipping prices go through the roof. And that's not to scare you off. That's just a fact for any company. So just be forewarned. Let me check here real quick. Is the 2080 Super worth the extra money sign? I guess your mileage may vary. I guess it depends on what GPU you have before. I mean, I think the question you're probably trying to ask yourself is, do you want to go with the 2080 or the 2080 Super? And if you're asking yourself that question, probably go with the 2070 Super. Because the 2070 Super, I think, is awesome. 2080 Super, it's pretty cool. Like, I saw the benchmarks earlier from a couple of the reviewers, and it's a cool jump. I think the biggest jump, though, from what I've seen, again, based on the data, the 2070 Super is probably really, really good upgrade. Awesome. Unless you want to go all out in RTX 2080 Ti. The RTX 2080 Ti, man, that's what this system is running. Correct, John? Mm-hmm. And he did his That is a system. I see that Zero is in the stream. So that is your system, Zero. Again, we have to do a lot of paperwork behind the scenes. That will take some time. So this is not something we'll be shipping out in the immediate future. We have to take care of the paperwork, get your address, and do a bunch of stuff, and then the system will ship. The 2070 Super got the best jump, in my opinion. I agree. I think it's great. I think, like, if I were to get a computer, because right now I'm running a 1060, I'm probably leaning to the 2070 Super if I'm considering budget. If budget was not an option, 2080 Ti. But what can I say? Hashtag frames win games. That is right. Zach understands. You get it. What are your impressions of the 5700 XT? I think it's really cool. I think it's cool that AMD is getting to that price range. I think it's very competitive. Performance-wise, I'm curious to see how performance is going to be with future games like Cyberpunk and Doom. That's where I'm really most curious about. Because right now it's okay. Because again, it's like, do you want the Nvidia card? Do you want the AMD card? Do you want the RTX features? Do you not want the RTX features? It's a lot of preferences. But I think it's really cool. It's a cool step for them. 5700 XT and an all-in-one board or AAB would be good purchase. I know. It is. It totally is. Origin have any PC giveaways right now? Stay tuned. Oh my gosh. I wish I could tell you guys all the cool stuff that's coming out, but I can't. Because then I'll get hurt. The sniper's going to get me. What would I budget for a 4K gaming rig? 2070 Super. Probably should be the card on the top of your list. Maybe consider a 5700 XT. For the CPU, Ryzen 7 or Intel Core 7, i7. Those are the core specs you should consider. And then 16 gigs RAM, you can take care of the storage and the rest. But the key specs for sure probably be starting at those for sure. But if you really want that 4K, RTX 2080 Ti. Ryzen 7. Dude, the new Ryzen stuff, real good. Real good. Shout out to AMD. Real good CPUs there. And Intel's no slouch either, but those Ryzen CPUs, man, real cool. Chat, if you got any other questions for me or John, feel free to shoot them out. We're going to be wrapping it up probably in about 2-3 minutes or so. Shoot the questions over because I'm going to sign off. I got a bunch of stuff to do before I get on a plane. I'm getting on a plane tonight. Can you believe that, John? I'm getting on a plane.
I believe it. I saw your luggage.
My luggage is here, guys. I have my luggage. I brought my luggage with me. You need to understand. I'm dead serious. I'm getting the heck out of here. I'm going to be at QuakeCon. Actually, speaking of QuakeCon, we may be doing a stream over there, so stay tuned. We'll be posting about that on social media. We're probably going to be playing Wolfenstein Youngblood over there, so stay tuned.
Ooh,
so
that's a treat.
I know. I'm excited. Safe flight. Thank you, Brownie. I appreciate it. All right, well, we got questions. Is 32 gigabytes of RAM overkill? Today, yes. In the future, I don't know.
What was the question?
32 gigabytes of RAM overkill.
The thing is, I mean,
It depends on what you do, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like for gaming, it's a little bit of an overkill, yeah. But if you're gaming and then some, like if you're
Streaming, right? Yeah, if you're streaming,
like
then
that,
32
it's
helps.
It's definitely a plus to have.
And if you're
32
running
gigs.
other apps in the background as well.
Yeah. So it really all depends on what you're using the system for. If you've got Chrome open with a ton of tabs, then
I close Chrome.
you're gonna need a lot of memory. But yeah, I mean, for just gaming, it is overkill.
Darth Radonis. Oh, this is for the 4K. Can I get away with a 2080 Ti and a 9600K? Can I overclock it if I game mostly? This is for 4K gaming. 9600K? That's the i5, right?
That's the i5, yeah.
Yeah. I would say if you really want to stick with Intel, maybe consider the i7. The thing is the i9 is a lot.
The thing is
I9
that
is
the
a lot.
9600K it's a really good CPU, just for gaming, sure. But you might get a bit of a bottleneck, especially with a card that powerful. Like you're gonna want to get something a little bit higher end.
Yeah, I'm thinking i7.
If you're shooting for a 2080 Ti, I would definitely shoot for at least an i7
or Ryzen 7.
or a Ryzen 7. Yeah.
Aloha. I popped in late. Is there a list of the hardware you used for this build? Actually, it's right here. Let me show you guys. Unfortunately, the GPU is wrong. Ignore the GPU, friends. The GPU is totally wrong. It's actually the 2080 Ti, and it's not vertical mounting. It's regular mounting. That's the only part. Everything else is correct. It's just that part that's totally wrong. But this is an i9 9900K, 3.6 gigahertz, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 500 gigabyte SSHD, and of course a ton of space if you want to add more hard drives, and the RTX 2080 Ti. Take a screen cap, pause it. Again, the GPU is totally wrong in this image, but
soak it all in.
Yeah, soak it all up. Let's go back over here. I see that John turned it off. What else we got? I'm struggling quite. Hold on. I'm struggling quite sometimes with the i7 47 and GTX 960. Pretty outdated system, but hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, the i7 is really good. Maybe you could consider upgrading the GPU because I'm running a 1060 and I used to have a 750 for years, and I finally got the 1060. That was a big jump. Because I think if you go from the 960 to possibly RTX, if you're willing to do that, that's a good jump there. Or maybe the 1660 Ti, depending if you really want that boost. Because you're going to be skipping the 10th gen. I mean, the 1080 Ti is great if you can get a good price on it. But
yeah,
I think the
1080 Ti, like
a beast.
It's sick, man. Like I think in most of the reviews that have been posted, I want to say the 2080 Super. Is basically a 1080 Ti
for this generation.
Yeah,
but I feel like the other card, like 2070 Super, is kind of in that regard too.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. I don't know, man. These super cards are really good.
Oh, I can see myself in the reflection. Look, you can see my circle of life. Oh, change the camera angle. It's so goofy. Oh. I'm having too much fun. John, you need to change the camera angle. John's going to change the camera angle because I'm like, oh no. Go ahead and show the internals. There you go. All right, I see. Hold on. What would be the best starter PC laptop for gaming? i5 or Ryzen 5 with a 1660. That's starter. If you want 1080p, like a solid 1080p, 1660 Ti is the card you want to look for. Anything lower than that, you're probably going to be struggling, especially with modern games and upcoming games. So definitely, if you want something modern, 1660 Ti, Intel Core i5, Ryzen 5, and up.
Yeah, I mean, even
You're muted.
The pricing nowadays.
You're muted.
Because of pricing, AMD's definitely more affordable on that end, especially with like Ryzen, the new Ryzen Zen 2 stuff that's come out.
And there's the 590 cards as well, too.
And the 590 cards are very
590,
affordable.
580, those are good.
And even the newer 5700 cards are, like, they're putting out really good performance for the price. So, I mean, that's also a viable option.
Oh, here's a good question. This is a good question for me, too. What's a good future-proof upgrade from a 1063 gigabyte? I'm not going to answer it. John, answer that. Because I have a 1060. For me, I'd probably say RTX 2080 Ti, but future-proof.
Future-proof what? I'm sorry.
GPU. From a 1060 3 gigabyte.
Oh,
2070 Super?
Card, I would say, yeah, 2070 Super would hold you pretty well. I mean, if you've got the budget, like if money is no object, then 2080 Ti for sure.
I mean, that's always going to be the
that's
go-to.
gonna be,
That's the top of the top.
If you have the money.
I think the question to ask is, like, do you want to play at 1080p, 1440p, or 4K? Right? Because if you're playing at 1080p, then the RTX 2080 Ti.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, it's true.
Because I have a 4K TV, so I'd definitely consider, can I play this in 4K? Can I benefit from the RTX features? So that's why for me, I'm definitely considering that RTX 2080 Ti.
Yeah.
I should go get a Cyberpunk jacket and trade it like Brian did. What a jerk.
Man.
What a jerk. Anyways.
Brian with the luck.
Next question. Last Guardian, great stream, guys. I'm hanging out. Awesome. We're going to be heading out soon, too. So I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can. So my friend and I both had our i7 6700K processor die within a week of each other. How common is this? Ugh, that's kind of scary. I mean, my CPU, I've had the 4th gen i7. That's lasted a good long while. The 6700K came out about 3-4 years ago, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know how common that actually is. You might have to do some research to see if other people had issues like that.
That is pretty weird.
Yeah. Meh, I will stick with my 1080 Ti, 11 gigabyte card. It's a great card, dude. If you want to go with the 1080 Ti, you can still run the 1080 Ti probably for the next 3 years.
That thing will definitely last you for a bit.
I'm here for
you're not going to benefit from like true RTX, things like that, but I mean, you'll still be able to play all the games at pretty much max settings all across the board.
Can I gert a big O if I give you guys my kidney? We don't want your kidney.
I mean, I don't think we can gert you anything.
I run a ultra wide 1440p with 1080 Ti. Runs well. There you go. That's perfect. That's exactly what you want it for. HE 5470. Whoa. I still have a 2010 Alienware Aurora i7 920. Dang. I have an MSI 1080 Ti gaming GPU and does very well. Dude, 1080, if you guys have 1080 Ti's, I wouldn't even consider any of the RTX stuff unless you really care about that. 1080 Ti is awesome.
Looking for
I love 1080 Ti.
high-end performance, like if you're really reaching for that,
Yeah.
like, then sure, but honestly, if you Lewis
if you
said,
can find it. If you can find it, because the thing is, they're not making them anymore, so you got to go with RTX if you really want that performance.
Yeah.
Because I know for me, if again 1080 Ti is so hard to find, or I'm having trouble finding one, like a good decent one, go with an RTX card.
Yep.
So 1080 Ti can do RTX pretty well.
Even like the 2060 RTX is still a great card.
Yeah.
Like it puts up some really good numbers, man.
Yeah, just check the reviews and the benchmarks and stuff. That's what I like to do, especially when I'm shopping for cards or shopping for performance, is try to find like a build that matches yours, specifically with the CPU and the RAM, which is really easy. Typically, it's like Intel or AMD with a 16 gigabytes RAM or 32. Usually, reviewers try to avoid putting like 64 gigabytes in something or something over the top with the GPU.
Right.
Sometimes they do that for performance sake, but they try to be more realistic.
Right.
So.
And just like Lewis said earlier too, like depending on what resolution you're planning on gaming on, like
I think that's the most important thing.
That's a big factor in what card you're going with too. Yeah.
Because for me, like back in the day when I was deciding what card to get for my PC, it came down to power supply, because my power supply is weird, and then also resolution. I figured 1080p and the 1060 fit the bill.
Nice. Yeah.
So, and it has been hauling for the past 3 years. So I can tell you I put in plenty of hours on that 1060, but I think it's getting about that time, especially when Doom is coming out. An upgrade is coming. All right, I think that's about wrapping up the questions. Thank you guys for your questions and for tuning in for the stream. Again, congratulations to all the winners. You guys have really cool clips. I like how Zero was like downplaying his clip. Like, no, that clip was awesome. I'm sorry, maybe I can try to understand where you're coming from. It's not that exciting, but the thing is, you have to understand what's happening in the situation. Like, you kept your cool, man. I don't know how you did it, but that's crazy. Everyone else's clips, like the double bounce was nuts. The grenade one was crazy. And then just running or using a Pathfinder to like zip around all the house. That was awesome. You can tell the nerves are there. Like, because the thing is, when you miss your shots, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm missing the shots. And you got the most important kill, which is the last kill. So again, congratulations to all the winners. I'm actually going to go ahead and play the clip. So one more time. Going from the GPU winners to the final clip, and then I'll close out the show. John, thank you very much. He's out of here. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and just go over all the winning clips for the hashtag FramesWinGames giveaway. Again, congratulations to all the winners. We will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Cross your fingers, maybe, at QuakeCon. You'll see my voice, or you'll see me, maybe. Brian, maybe. Play some Wolfenstein at QuakeCon. We'll be there. So just stay tuned. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Just enjoy the clips. They're really good. Stay tuned.
Recharging shields.
Alright, I'm gonna go crack that dude that's shooting with the longbow.
Down to few. Squad down.
What just happened?
Oh my god.
Great job.
Where?
The city.
T-back. Yo, that's the last. You're one of the last guys. You're one of the last guys. Oh yeah, that's the last squad right there. That's the last squad. Second. He's reviving. Oh my god, last guy. Wait, is GeForce legendary? Done. Hit fire, hit fire, hit fire. Bro, let's go!
You're killing me, rest me, bitch.
Make sure you win. Make sure you
I won't. Did you just hit that?
One over.
Take 10 steps back till you get to where you're going. Just research where you're going.